Yeah, we're good now.
There you go. You good? Sit here. Sit here. Oh. I was like your face disappears with the wine. Wow, isn't God good? Isn't it refreshing to just actually be able to experiment in God? Do you know what I mean? You know what the worst case scenario of that dancing thing was? We danced and felt awkward. Best case scenario, we encounter God and something changes in our life and we learn to know Him better. That's pretty good, isn't it? Now, how many times do we kind of just rush through what we already know? Do you know what I mean? Like we just do what we know. We don't actually just push the boundary a bit and see if there's something else to learn in God. Isn't that good? We're blessed to have Jace leading that. We're blessed by Will navigating tonight. Isn't that fun? I said this a couple of weeks ago. I want to say it again. Catalogue what God does in these times together. And wherever else you are in life where God's moving and we're with believers. But by catalogue, I mean take note of what God does, and even little things other people say. Oh, you experienced God then. Oh, okay, yeah, I have that too. Or things that you receive from God that then someone else actually says later on. Oh, I already have that. Because that's part of learning to know Him better. Learning to know. Oh, when you and then I had. Oh, that was God, right? Is that cool? Awesome. I want you to imagine with me for a moment. A couple of years ago, I joined a CrossFit gym. And some of you will be like, what is that? And others will be like, oh yeah, what are those? So for about a year I did it. And first time I ever got there, walked in, didn't know anyone, I didn't think I knew anyone, turned out I knew two people there, but I walked into this place, I had no idea how it worked, didn't know anything. All I knew was that I feel like I'm getting fat guts and I want to get fit. And I showed up and I got there and met a few people. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, cool. What do we do? Hey, we'll start. I mean, we talk you through the workout. We do a warm up. Blah blah. All right, awesome. So we go through the workout. And there's all these acronyms there. I thought, I have no idea what any of that means. What does that mean? It means this. Okay. Like things like AMRAP. That's an acronym for as many reps as possible. Yeah, that sounds comfortable, doesn't it? There's all sorts of other nasty ones. Anyway, they explain the workout and they demo each movement. I watched the guys go, I didn't actually know you could do that. Ouch, I can't do that. Anyway, the trainer says, hey, let's warm up. How fit are you? Very, okay, cool. So they're doing all these chin-ups. I actually might have been getting their chest all the way to the bar or something. And I get this red bar that's portable. I'm going to lay down and I'm just pulling myself up to that. I kid you not, I got 7 in and then my body wasn't hurting. It was just like, no, I can't do it anymore. Anyway, we did this workout. I walked out. I was sore for the rest of the week. I went back 2 more times. I was sore for like 3 months. That's what actually it seems to be all about. But I went back because I was like, this is awesome. It really hurts. But I think if I can do that, that would be amazing. Imagine if I had walked into the gym and they did this. Walked in. Hey, how you doing, man? Really good to see you. All the same stuff, all the same gym gear, all the same people in gym clothes. All right, awesome. I'm going to explain the workout today. Yeah, that's really good. All right, now grab some seats. Sit around. All right, so-and-so's going to, old pal over here is going to demonstrate it. And we watch him go, whoa, he can lift 170 kilos. It's incredible. Look at that. Awesome. And they say, all right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you about the greatest gymnast ever and how much he could do. This guy could lift like 500 kilos with one arm. He was incredible. Yeah. And a few other people share there. Someone gets up and goes, I can do this. And they show us one of their moves and we go, great workout. Let's go and get a cuppa. I would never go back to that gym. Why? I'm not going to get fit going there. I don't know if anyone's picked up the analogy I'm putting down. I'm going to challenge you tonight. I love gathering in services. I love gathering with the body. I'm talking to people sitting down right now. But we've got to get real about getting active in the body body of Christ. I think some people have walked into the church and thought, all I do is sit here and listen, and sit here and listen, and sit here and listen. What do I do with this? And walked out. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with gathering, there's nothing wrong with teaching. But let's be active. Is that cool?
Yeah.
You see, Matthew 28, 18 to 20. You'll know this one. The first word in verse, I believe it's in verse 18. No, in first two words in verse 19 in this version. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you, and surely I'm with you always to the very end of the age. Acts 2, the disciples are baptized, filled with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit comes at Pentecost, and 3,000 disciples are made in one day. And they're baptized and they receive the Holy Spirit. In Acts 8, 4 to 8, this is what it looks like. And that one active believer, persecution breaks out on the church. People run away everywhere because they're locking them in prison, they're persecuting, they've killed Christians. It's not nice. And Philip goes to Samaria, which is nearby. 8 verse 4 says, those who had been scattered preached the word wherever they went. Philip went down to a city in Samaria and proclaimed the Christ there. When the crowds heard Philip and they saw the miraculous signs he did, they all paid close attention to what he said. With shrieks, evil spirits came out of many, and many paralytics and cripples were healed, so there was great joy in that city. Oh, I want to be there. We're new in Jesus, and we are compelled to live and to go. This here, us here tonight, gatherings of believers, are so that we may know Him and we may love others. We may know Him and make Him known. Make Him known by sharing the gospel. Make Him known by demonstrating the gospel. The Lord said to me a couple of years ago, I was just thinking about, in our circles, talking about revival is a big deal. Revival, this revival, that revival. My Father, I was getting a bit sick of just hearing the word because I was like, I'm confused about whatever this means. And I've just felt the Father say, I'm not bringing revival to a place, to a building. He says, my daughters and my sons, each one knowing who they are going to carry my spirit and train others to know me. We've got to start expecting the revival's us. The revival is the Holy Spirit burning powerfully through you in your home, where you go every day. And when we come together, it's just like a whole bunch of fires coming together. Pour petrol on the flame, come on. Rather than going to a place where people know, I'm not against gatherings, I'm not against God pouring Himself out in one building, one place, one church, we'll go for it, great. But those people going, and everywhere they go, fires left behind them. Everywhere they go, the sick are healed, the lame walk, the gospel's preached, and people's lives are transformed forever. That's who we are. That's who we are. That's who we are. The gym, I went there and I learned how to do not even half pull-ups, but I ended up getting the full pull-ups. We got to look at ourselves instead of looking at that Todd White or that person who sees incredible miracles and going, well, I can't do that, so I can't do anything God hasn't called me to. What a load of baloney. We don't do that with anything else in our life. My sons say to me, I can't write like that, Dad. I don't say, yeah, that's right, give up. I say, no, that's right, you've got a bit of learning to do, but come on, stick it out. Yeah? And sometimes we see someone manifest something amazing in God, we're like, whoa, I just want to sit and watch you forever because I could never do that. The same Holy Spirit lives in each one of us. Yeah? Come on. 1 John 4:17, love has been perfected among us in this, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as He is, so are we in this world. As Jesus is. Get that in your spirit. As Jesus is, so are we in this world. I'm actually talking about healing tonight, but that had to be said at the start. Healing. This is the irony. It's kind of funny. Not the Sunday just gone one before I stacked my skateboard and fractured my elbow. It is currently fractured. No, I don't have a sling or a cast. I had an X-ray this afternoon. There is a fracture at this point in time. I'm quite happy to walk out of here tonight without it, but there is, right there. How fun is that? Go on, teach on healing. Cool. Woo! What do you do with that? Do you know what? I've got to pray for 3 people so far just because I happen to have been injured. How good is that? At the hospital, the boys come pick me up, start talking to someone out in front, got to pray with him, share stuff with him. Maddie came, got a prophetic word for him. Go Jesus. Oh shit, I honestly was actually feeling a bit intimidated before that. I'm like, I've got a sore elbow, but I'm in cash. I know I should be praying for people right now. I don't even know how to go about it. I'm struggling a bit. God opened up the door. A mate at work tells me because I'm injured, oh, I did my shoulder, blah, 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 blah. I freaked out. No, I didn't freak out. I allowed the fear of man to intimidate me for a moment because we were sitting in the staff room. I cared what he thought, I cared what everyone else thought, and I didn't offer to pray. God is good. I managed to get him yesterday and pray for him, and he got more movement straight away. God is good. Yeah? Excellent. Didn't have pain last night. I usually have pain at work. Oh, praise God. Yeah? Sit up at the fracture clinic for nearly 3 hours tonight. Get to share with this guy for like an hour. We're talking about all sorts of stuff. God, this. I'm sharing about the amazing community where God's blessing us with, the love of God, trying to find language to explain what He's revealing to my heart. Get to pray for Him. Oh my God, I don't want to walk around with this for 6 weeks. I'm believing to be healed, but if this means for 6 weeks I get to have this comment, I'll leave the sling on for 6 weeks so people talk to me. You know? Come on. All right, healing. Healing. Let's start with this. Why did Jesus come? Why did Jesus come? Why did Jesus come to the earth? To pay for our sin, to die on the cross. But Jesus came for this. Let's look at John 14, verse 9. It's not fair because I've already got the verse here, so I don't have to turn to it. But Jesus answered, "Don't you know me, Philip? Even after I have been among you such a long time, anyone who has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, 'Show us the Father'?" John 14:20. "On that day you will realise that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you." Jesus came to reveal the Father. He said, "Dude, why are you asking me to show you the Father, Philip? You've seen me. You've seen the Father." Jesus is perfect theology. Ali shared amazingly on this 2 weeks ago. If we want to know what God looks like, look at Jesus. Study Jesus. What about the Old Covenant? Look at it through Christ and what He reveals about us, about God, and about the Old Covenant. Jesus came to reveal the Father. Okay, so if Jesus came to reveal the Father, He demonstrated the Father's heart to us. Well, let's look at healing then. So what did Jesus do with sickness?
Cast it out.
Oh, yeah. I like the word "all." It shows up a few times. Matthew 4:23-25. Jesus went throughout Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and healing every disease and sickness among the people. News about him spread all over Syria, and people brought him all who were ill with various diseases, those suffering severe pain, the demon-possessed, those having seizures, and the paralyzed. He healed them. Large crowds from Galilee, the Decapolis, Jerusalem, Judea, and the region across the Jordan followed him, and he healed them. Oh, that's annoying. That's what my printer printed. That's what happens when you're in a hurry. He healed them all. Might have to stop that recording and use my phone. Sorry. Will or someone else record this and I'll figure something out later.